Hey guys, welcome back. It's Rowena.
It's Felicia.
And today we're starting a new skincare series. We recently polled you guys and asked you guys on our community tab of which skincare products you'd want us to try to see if they're worth yo monies.
Yeah. And there were like 500 or 600 comments telling us which brands that you guys were interested in that you wanted us to kind of review.
And we read through every single one of those comments and compiled it in a spreadsheet that we took a screenshot for you guys that was too small that you guys couldn't really zoom into.
Yeah. So for this first video, we selected 9 of the top brands that you guys kept asking about and that we personally love and have tried ourselves, because we do want to give you guys our like
personal recommendations.
Yeah. And we wanted this to also help you guys decide which one of the products under each brand is worth buying, or if you just can spend your money elsewhere on a different brand.
Because there's a lot of products within a brand and it can get really overwhelming sometimes. We know from experience.
Yeah.
And to give you guys a little preview, today we're going to talk about Drug Elephant, Origins, Farmacy, Krave Beauty, Sun & Park, Summer Fridays, Glow Recipe, Thayers, and Farsali.
So before we jump into it, make sure you've subscribed, and let's introduce the Wheel of Skincare. We made a wheel with all the 9 brands on it that we're gonna mention.
Very DIY.
Ready? Summer Friday! It was started by a blogger, Mariana Hewitt, as well as Lauren Goras. So they first came out with this one, which is the Jet Lag Musk.
So this was inspired because they were always traveling, jet setting, and then they just felt like their skin was so parched and rough and stressed all the time that they wanted to create a mask that was deeply nourishing and hydrating and soothing.
Because if you think about when you're sitting on the plane, it's so dehydrated. So this is actually perfect, but I actually didn't use this for a while because I thought it was hype, because like everyone had it, right? And then when I did, I was like,
I don't want that.
Oh my God.
So Felicia's face broke out in little bumps a few weeks ago and it was pretty bad. And she told me all she used was this.
Yeah, it was inflamed. Every single pore was like, you know, just like bumpy and rough. And then it was also flaking around my mouth. It like cracked.
We'll get to why it was flaking and cracking.
It's one of these products. But this was really good. Like it has this kind of natural scent. It's just like
natural luxury. And I love that this packaging.
The blue.
The blue and the fact that it comes in like a painter's tube.
So it's a really hydrating mask that calms, soothes, inflamed skin, and for dry skin as well.
So there's vitamin C, which helps brighten, vitamin E, which is very hydrating, and it's an antioxidant that helps fight off radicals. The hydration and the soothing comes from the sodium hyaluronate, and there's this one thing that sounds like Arcanine.
Pokemon!
Arginine, which is
it's an amino acid that's basically got to do with like collagen and keeps your skin plump and youthful and stuff.
So you can put a generous amount on your face, leave on for about 10 minutes and wash it off, or you can just leave it on overnight.
Which is what I do. And then you wash it off in the morning and it's like, wow! Nick one!
Nick one. Nick one. Crave! The first thing for me is always the packaging. I just love how you get everything you need on the packaging. So in the front, it talks about the active ingredients, it talks about who needs this, when you can use it, and in the back, Crave by your skin. It's like the first brand to write pH levels on the back.
Yeah, actually, even before I knew about like everything about pH levels, I looked at the back and I'm like, whoa, this is a lot of info.
But it's very aesthetically
easy to understand as well. So the whole brand premise is that like, because there are so many brands and products out there, we don't need all of them, but we're like always marketed as needing them.
So you press reset and you feed your skin what it craves.
Yeah, so that's why you'll see that Crave doesn't have a lot of products, but everything that they do have is like an essential in the skincare routine. So we have the toner, the cleanser, and the sunscreen.
The jelly texture, how hydrating it is. You know how sometimes after you wash your face, it's like,
like you can't move it and it's like uncomfortable and you feel like you need to put something on real quick.
So this doesn't do that, and that's why I love it. So in here there's matcha, which is something that I drink literally every single day. And it is actually one of the most antioxidant dense things you can
Ingredients
find
out there.
on our planet. So it's really great for our skin. And there's also hemp seed oil, which is incredibly hydrating.
So it just helps to keep the barrier of your skin nice and cleansed, but also hydrated at the same time, so it's not like stripped of everything.
And we did a video on how to cleanse your face properly.
Yeah.
There, if you guys are curious. Leah is our friend and we do love her, but if the products are mediocre, we won't be talking about it,
Yeah.
you know? So like, this is actually very, very great.
Yeah, I felt this like the first time I used it, it was slightly tingly, but I don't know if it was.
It is. It says that when you use it, the first couple of times may be tingly, but I think
Yeah.
with time,
You get used to
Yeah.
it. But I don't know what that tingly thing was.
like the caffeine in the matcha.
I don't know, but it felt really good. It was like, you know, when you put tea tree on your face or whatever, it's like that refreshing tingle,
Yeah.
not like a chemical exfoliation tingle, but chemical exfoliation.
Next, we have the Hallelujah.
This is a skin resurfacing exfoliator with AHA, so it's got hyaluronic acid, glycolic acid, but also kale, spinach, and parsley. So what you do is just put it on a cotton pad
Yeah.
on your face, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. This is like 25. It's actually a pretty big bottle.
You can use it for a long time since it's only a few times a week.
Yeah, and then beat the sun.
I love this. This has quickly grown to become my favorite sunscreen of all time. It goes on like condensed milk, but it's not like sticking gross like condensed milk.
It even looks like
Yeah.
condensed milk.
But then when you blend it, after a couple strokes, it just blends seamlessly into your skin
Yeah.
and it leaves you with this beautiful glow.
It's like really lightweight.
A lot of people like Felicia aren't used to wearing sunscreen every day because sunscreen has just historically been this like very oily, like thick thing that
greasy
leaves a
film.
white film on your face.
It makes you break out.
Yeah. Leah wanted to create something that just, it's like entry-level sunscreen, just to get people to start using sunscreen on a daily basis.
Yeah, under makeup, on its own.
Oh, it's a great primer. If you guys have been looking into something that's a little bit more affordable and is very, very effective in what it does.
It's just simple. Next one!
Thayers.
Oh, nice.
So remember earlier we were talking about how Felicia broke out in a bunch of little bumps all over her face?
A lot of you love this product, enjoy this product, rave on about it, and on Amazon is like one of the best sellers.
Yeah.
So we decided to try one ourselves. Rowena got the lavender, I got the original aloe vera. This is really good for oily skinned people because it's an astringent. So they have toners and astringents are designed to take the oil, excess oil away from the skin. So when I started using it, I was like, okay, this must be great. It's alcohol free. I can just put on however much I want to. And then I started breaking out, and not like pimples, but it was a rash. It was a rash on my face and it was all dry down. And then it was like, I opened it and I could feel it crack.
Oh no.
And then I looked into like, why? I think because I put on so much, literally like pools of it. And then I would just go like this onto my face.
And then what are you gonna
And
do
then
with
what do I
that?
do with this? Wah. Only because I thought it was alcohol free that I thought it would be like water, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it can't
It's like my solar water.
yeah. But
It's
that's
not.
the difference. yeah.
Moral of the story, it's not.
It's still got a lot of like other ingredients in there that help to control your oil, which is a good thing. Just anything too much is not good, which I learned the hard way.
So I've been using this for a week or two now. It does what it's supposed to.
I liked it before that happened.
Oh.
So I gave it a little break. And witch hazel, which is their like,
Bread and
key-
butter.
Yeah, key ingredient, is good for inflammation. It's good for calming the skin, soothing the skin. But yeah, just don't put on too much. This is a really good toner if you're starting out. If you're not too fussed with brands, it's kind of like a no fuss toner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love heart. Do you want to pick?
Let's do Drunk Elephant.
Only because that was also one of the most highly requested
Yeah.
that you guys commented on. So over here, we have the entire line of Drunk Elephant to show you guys.
We look like we're in an infomercial.
It does.
Guys, it's not.
Yeah, we just want to say this isn't sponsored either. This is just like our own thoughts.
Yeah. So the marula fruit belongs in the same family as mangoes. It's a similar same sweet fruit, and it is believed, there's a myth
Yeah.
in Africa that elephants get drunk on eating fermented marula fruit off of the ground.
But isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like why it's called Drunk Elephant?
Yeah.
Because yeah, the key ingredient is marula oil,
So the marula fruit shell,
aka nutshell.
Drunk Elephant is known for being a simple full, clean, additive-free skincare line. And let's get into our favorites.
products.
Let's start with the cleanser. What do you think?
So I really love the texture because it's a jelly texture, something that not a lot of brands have for cleansers anyway. And it hasn't got any like scent or coloring.
Is it strong enough for, like, let's say if you just wore sunscreen for the day?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And good for double cleansing. And it doesn't leave it like uncomfortably stripped.
Moving on to the
Okay,
baby
so this-
facial.
Yeah, this one, they say that it's kind of the same as getting a real facial because chemical exfoliation is to like get away the dead skin. It's to show your baby skin, which is probably why it's called Baby Sakura
yeah.
facial. Like we both use a lot of chemical exfoliation, but this was still really like tingly.
It's pretty intense.
Definitely something you want to use once a week. And it's
Or
a
maybe
splurge.
even less.
Yeah, this one's like probably one of their most expensive products. It's like 90 bucks. You will find the next day your skin is really soft.
So if you have the time, if you have the patience, if you have the money in your wallet, and you want to invest in a stronger chemical exfoliant, this is definitely something worth looking into. But if you're just starting out, or if you just want to start
Yeah.
looking into chemical exfoliants, this may be a little
That's too
strong.
Too intense. So then they have 3 serums. The Bee Hydra,
The most
like neutral.
Yeah.
It's just for nourishing and moisturizing.
hydration.
This is vitamin C. This is probably what you love.
Out of these 3, both of us agree that this is worth splurging on.
Yeah.
The glycolic acid, the night serum.
Actually, if you want chemical exfoliation entry, I would get this
From
one.
Drug Elephant, this
Yeah.
one.
Over
first one.
this
Yeah.
one. And then when you start liking more things and your skin's more used to it, then you can purchase this one. Because this one does what this one does, but in more of like a daily use
Yeah.
kind of way.
So in the glycolic night serum, there is an AHA and BHA blend, including glycolic, lactic, tartaric, citric, and salicylic acid, and blended with raspberry extract.
You use it after your toner as a serum and then before moisturizer.
And if AHA and BHAs don't make any sense to you, there is a exfoliating beginner's guide up there that we made that you guys should totally check out.
So I'll use this when my skin is feeling congested or dull because it helps to break away that dead skin from the surface.
And it's said that it's also really great for spot treatment. Did you know that?
There you go.
Just read it online. So this serum is really good at exfoliating, unclogging your pores, and it's also very hydrating.
That's our favorite. And then we have
The peptides that we will pop up, and the Lala Retro.
Okay, so the biggest difference, I think a lot of people are also confused.
Yeah.
One is lighter than the other. So this is the thicker one, Lala Retro Whipped Cream.
Super creamy, it's super hydrating, and it's just super moisturizing. Perfect for winter.
They have a really, I love these like dispenser things. You just push it, so it's like portion control as well. So the Proteiny Polypeptide Cream is just a lighter version of this. It's got sodium hyaluronate. In terms of ingredients, the polypeptide has water lily extract as well as soybean folic acid. So it's just really nourishing as well, but I would say better for like normal skin or like oily combination skin. Like this one's called Whipped
This
Cream.
is like intense, deep hydration, which
Yeah.
my skin loves. So for me, the polypeptides, they don't work as well.
I would say just pick one or the other depending on how oily to dry you fall. So then we have, these are all the same thing. I love this oil.
Me too.
All oils are like oily, right? But this one's really like
It just like
smooth.
absorbs into your skin and it just stays in there.
Yeah.
And it gives you a nice glow. So with the oil, it's very quick absorbing and it's just made of 100% marula oil from the pip of the marula fruit.
But it's also antimicrobial, which helps with things like acne because sometimes you have bacteria on your face, which is an organism type of thing, and it just helps with keeping the face like nice and nourished and cleansed.
This one is the one that comes with the Baby Sakura. So these go really well together as well as this. Because I feel like after you exfoliate your face in any capacity, it's very important to nourish it and to protect it and to hydrate afterwards. If you don't want to commit yet to full size, I think there's sets like this or sets like this where you can just try in like these size.
Yeah, actually that's how I started on Drunk Elephant. I bought these two in this little like cylindrical canister. It's like $28 or something. It's enough to use for maybe a month. I found after that it really did help my skin. So then, you know, purchase this one.
So with this sunscreen, I've tried a handful of sunscreens in my life.
Because she freckles really easily.
Yeah, I freckle very easily, and I just feel like maybe because of the zinc oxide, it actually leaves a pretty white film on your face. It takes a while for it to blend in.
But it's like an okay sunscreen.
And I feel like I still freckle pretty easily with this on. The lippy.
That we both use.
We both
because we have it.
and we both love it, but we both agree that $18 for this, like,
it's like okay, I'd use it for maybe like a couple months.
Use it for a couple months, yeah.
And I find I always have to reapply it because it comes off quite, or maybe I just like lick my lips and it's off.
But it is very hydrating and is great.
It's got this vanilla scent.
So that's a drunk elephant. And next,
Glow Recipe.
the recipe.
So it started by two girls, Sarah Lee and Christine Chang. So they first came out with this one, which is the sleeping mask. This is just a sample, but it comes in the rectangular tub thing. That was their baby first product, and then they came out with this moisturizer. Their kind of key ingredient is the watermelon extract, and I actually never knew you could use watermelon for your face. Actually, but fun fact, my grandma used to, after I eat watermelon.
Use watermelon rind to.
Yeah.
Really?
Is that an Asian thing?
Maybe.
Who did it? Did you
I
see
would
it?
just like rub it
you
on my
did it?
face for fun as a kid.
She would cut that white part with the skin and just like slap it on her face. This is the only brand that I know that uses watermelon.
So watermelon extract is very hydrating because there's a bunch of essential vitamins, and it is also really good for soothing irritated skin.
So the sleeping mask, which is something that you put on overnight, has a bunch of AHAs which are really gentle on the skin, which is why you can sleep overnight in it. And it's like this really thin texture.
Yeah, it's very light.
It's very light.
It's kind of like a funky gel-like consistency that could separate, so sometimes you need to give it a good shake before scooping it out with a little spoon, and then sometimes the spoon, like, it won't come out, so you have to like really dig for it. Yeah.
What they did do really well is get that millennial pink in there.
The glass container is super awesome. So in the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask, there's peony root, which is good for brightening and soothing the skin. And I feel like most other, like all the active ingredients in the glow mask is in the moisturizer. So what I love doing with this, this is something I actually use daily in the morning, especially to give it like an extra boost of hydration.
2 layers of moisturizing.
Because my skin is that dry. Like you guys can't tell right now, but it's getting pretty flaky.
Would you say you would buy both?
This one for sure, the Glow Recipe, I
think it's like a fun sleeping mask. That's the thing. If I were to choose between like this sleeping mask and the Summer Fridays jet lag mask, I would do the jet lag. I just feel like it's way more nourishing.
Next to
Sun and Park.
Woo! Since I'll be honest, I don't know much about celebrity makeup artists. So if there's a Jen Atkin in Korea who split into 2 men, it will be Mr. Sun and Mr. Park.
I actually didn't know it was 2 people.
Mr. Sun was the celebrity makeup artist for Song
Hye-kyo.
Kyo.
Song Hye-kyo.
Hye-kyo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was my favorite because in Full House, her and Rain, oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
So Sun and Park are also known as the pioneers of the whole like dewy natural makeup look in Korea that's now I think taken over our world,
Everywhere.
which I am a huge fan of because I do feel like we should let our natural beauty shine.
Let your light shine through.
The active ingredients include papaya extract, which helps renew the skin surface by lifting impurities and dead skin cells for brighter, smoother skin. There's also green tea, which is an awesome antioxidant. And there's also rose flower water, orange fruit extract, and lavender water, which provide deep hydration. They really believe that skincare is the foundation of having like flawless makeup. Because if you start off with like a meh canvas, then no matter what you slap on, it's not gonna be that great.
Yeah.
So beauty water is a combination of a toner and a cleansing water.
So do you wash it off?
No.
No.
You
So
just
it's kind of like
leave
a
it on.
toner?
So there's a few uses for this beauty water. One is the very straightforward toner. You put it on a cotton pad and you can wipe your face with it, and then you follow up with a bunch of other products. Or under your makeup as like the first step to really create like a good base for your makeups to
Yeah,
go
because
on.
actually the worst thing you can do is apply makeup onto dry, flaky skin because you can really tell moisturized skin and makeup and like not enough moisturized skin.
This beauty water tones, hydrates, and gently exfoliates all in one step
So how often do you use this as a toner?
every day.
This
So
is pretty huge.
It is.
How much is
$30.
I really like the smell. I don't know what it is. It's like floral. I'm sold. Whee! Origins! Alright, so these are my kind of favorite origins. I really love the brand.
Can you tell me the origins of origin?
So the logo is like these two trees, but it actually stands for yin and yang. It's powered by nature, proven by science. So that just kind of means they use like a lot of natural ingredients, but everything has to do with like how it actually works on the skin. The reason why there's different colors for each one is because each of these stand for its own line. And they each have a separate key ingredient. The key ingredient for this one is willow herb and sunflower oil. I really love this. And if you guys are into cleansing oils, this is actually a cleansing like oil jelly. So when you put it on, it's like a jelly, right? But then you like lather it a little bit with water and it turns into this milky froth and it dissolves oil, gets it out of the pores, like
How can
makeup
we froth
from the
it?
pores.
No. Oh. It's
Not
just
enough.
blends into my skin. Now you just have saliva on me.
Saliva, willow herb, and sunflower oil.
No. Moving on.
Okay, so yeah, this is kind of like double cleansing, but in one. But sometimes they leave like gross residue. So I would say it's better if you wear makeup. You don't necessarily need to use this if you're not. So then you have this line with ginseng, but there's also coffee beans as the key ingredient, and that's good for brightening. This is gel moisturizer, so I use it like basically all year round, but you can also layer it as well. And it's just kind of like a no-fuss gel moisturizer that helps to like brighten the skin in the morning. And then these two are my favorites for like congested skin because the key ingredient is, can you guess? Charcoal. Anything black is like charcoal. This is relatively new and it's really cool because it's a metallic color. And it's got honey in there as well. So honey is a natural antioxidant and it's good for inflammation, it's good for soothing, it's good for hydrating. So it purifies and kind of like helps to unclog your pores but clean it out as well. So it dries and becomes this kind of like velvety smooth texture. Yeah.
Whoa,
And
it's like a bronzy color. I know this is very different from Glam Glow, this mask that you just put on, but how is this charcoal mask different from Glam Glow?
So I feel like the Glam Glow mud masks are way more muddy. It's like drier. And then you can see your pores.
It like pulls out the oils.
Yeah. But this one is a much softer, like the mask is still like flexible on the skin, but it doesn't kind of get to that Glam Glow level. Sometimes I'll like use masks on different areas of the face, especially if you have combination skin. So like around here, maybe you want a moisturizing mask, and then maybe just around the pores and the forehead, you want a mud mask. I wouldn't necessarily say get both of these.
Yeah. Which one would you recommend if they're like, I want to try one?
This one is better for like really oily skin, and this is good for like oily combo.
And this goes without saying, if you guys have answers to any questions we're asking each other, because we're all exploring and all this journey together, let us know down below what your favorites are, how they compare to the different products that we brought up, or even products we didn't bring up, because I'm sure many people are very curious. All right, since we have 2 products left, let's just go with the quicker one. Farsali. You talk about it.
Okay, so
The Unicorn Elixir, we had it, but we couldn't find it.
yeah, it's in a purple bottle.
Yes.
And then there's this 24K infused beauty oil.
This brand was founded by a husband who wanted to create something for his wife who was just troubled. Like, probably like,
Skincare problems.
honey, my skin. And then the next day, I got you. So the name is a combination of his
Their
wife's
names.
name, which is Farah,
Yeah, and then
Farsali.
Farsali. So Farsali. So smart. I don't know if they have any other products, but we had the 2 face oils. So this one's got 24K gold in it. It's like really extra.
Yeah.
So we've actually almost come to the end. I just broke the cap. Bing. So there's like little flakes of gold in it. Okay, so actually gold was used in the Tang Dynasty for women doing like masks and stuff, and they used to just like cover their faces with it. And I know there's also masks that you can do now that also replicate using gold, but I think it's more of like a luxurious thing. I don't know about, like, this isn't real gold, you know what I mean? What I love about these oils is that one, it smells really good.
It doesn't smell bad. I was just a little, I don't know what smell I was.
Surprised.
I don't know, I was expecting the smell of gold or something, which is nothing.
A bank. God, funny. But the purple one, I remember smelled more like grape oil. So how you use these facial oils is you wash your face, you tone, you serum, and you moisturize, and then you can put a little bit of facial oil at the end.
At the end. Or you can use this as a primer for your makeup.
You can actually mix facial oils like this into your foundation to make it thinner and more glowy.
And is that what the Unicorn Elixir is known for?
Yeah, it's kind of like a primer for makeup that you can mix into your makeup, but to also wear alone so that it's like nourished.
Nice and bing bing. Oh, it can also be used as highlighter.
So I would say in terms of like a facial oil price, this is around the benchmark of what it normally is.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? I like it. I really do like it. It's like luxurious as well. I would actually buy this over marula oil.
Really?
Because the marula is like 90 bucks.
That's true.
So if you don't have money to buy marula, I would say this is like a really good facial oil as
And
well.
there's multi-uses to this oil.
Yeah.
Last one.
Last one.
Farmacy.
Okay, so Farmacy is
Farm to face.
farm to face, you know, like
Not farm to table, but farm to face. So the main ingredient in all these products is the Echinacea Green Envy, which is a patented product from Farmacy. It's the foundation of every single one of these products and why it works the way it does.
So I know this was the very first product that I bought from them before we actually went to one of their events for the launch of this, but I tried this one when I had inflammation as well. And you know, because honey is like
Very soothing and calming, hydrating.
Yeah. Helps with everything. Everything that she said. But in this honey mask, it's so cool because you put it on, well, it's got this magnetic spatula
That
thing.
actually works with, there's a magnetic thing on all of
And then you scoop a little bit out. We can do some now. It's kind of like this. And then the cool thing is how you're supposed to put it on your skin is you put it on, right? And then you kind of spread it. But what you have to
it's
do.
like waxing.
No, but feel it. It's heated. And you have to actually work it into.
Activate.
Yeah. You work it in
Whoa.
and it turns milky. Can you feel it? It's like hot.
Farm tech to face.
Farm tech. It's so cool.
Whoa.
So that's when you leave it on. Like you can't just put it on there
Can I
and
lick it?
let it chill. I really love this because it hasn't got just honey. It's got like, you know how ingredients work together? It's got phytochemical psychoric acid, which is a natural antioxidant, and it actually helps the honey penetrate deeper and hydrate deeper into the skin. I use this when my skin was in pain. I use it when I need hydrating, and there's a lot of it.
Oh, it's also, honey is anti-inflammatory.
I mean, if you're all about like natural, you can just squirt honey on your face.
Massage activated vitamin C mask.
Oh my God, you know what I just realized? All their masks are massage activated.
Oh.
Okay, so this one, why the color is like this is because put it on and it's purple, and then in little to no time, you'll see that it turns green because it needs heat to activate it. So this mask has obviously vitamin C because it's a vitamin C mask, but also bentonite, clay, and kaolin, which is really good at drawing out impurities, toxins. It's basically like a detoxifying face mask.
And there's a lot of natural products that I love, which include sugarcane, orange, lemon, sugar maple, aloe, and a superfood blend of apple, broccoli, kale, blueberry, and cucumber. This just sounds like something I put in a smoothie and drink.
Or like in an acai bowl.
Yeah. So my kind of rule of thumb is if there's these many great ingredients in
If
a
you can
product,
eat it,
then
it
you
should
should
put
be
it on.
pretty great for your skin. See, and then there's this Honeymoon Glow Serum, which we both love. This is a super potent and powerful punch of 14% AHA and BHA for your skin. So it's really good at gently resurfacing your skin, leaving this like very dewy, pretty, glowy skin.
Just for reference, the Drunk Elephant Glycolic was 12% AHA. This is 14, which is why this is a little bit more tingly, but only for like 10 to 15 seconds. It feels like something is definitely there. But yeah, it's a serum, so you follow up with a moisturizer and then wake up in the morning and it's like,
And then wear sunscreen.
wear sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen, especially after using something like this. And this is something that you should build up to. So maybe try using it once a week, and then maybe work up to 2 to 3 times a week and a little more over time. This is Farmacy Honey Drop Lightweight Moisturizer. I loved using this during the summertime. Now that it is fall/winter, it's too lightweight for me. A long-lasting lightweight moisturizer combining Echinacea Green Envy Honey, Triple Hyaluronic Acid Complex, and Kabuku butter beads. No, apply to skin in the morning and evening using a spatula. Scoop a small amount and warm between the palm of hands. Apply to the face and upward and outward sweeping motions.
I haven't used this yet, but it's so light.
It's very lightweight and
watery.
hydrating. Yeah.
Whoa.
Look, it looks like her hand's wet.
Yeah, it's so thin. Whoa.
All of their line of products, this is my pick.
Yeah.
Very interested in trying this. Totally forgot about, but worth mentioning, is the Farmacy Coconut Gel Sheet Mask. So this is the brightening one. They also have a hydrating one, which is yellow. I just personally love coconut gel mask because I feel like it fits to the contours of your face.
But what do you mean coconut gel? It's like a silkier.
No, it's like a gel mask. It's not a sheet, it's not dipped in serum. It's just a layer of gel that just to your skin. If there's pockets of air, you can just very easily tap the pockets of air out.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like it's far more form-fitting and it just maybe
Feels
is just
more
all in my
comfortable.
head. But yeah, it feels more comfortable. It stays put compared to a sheet mask. And sometimes I just feel like the edges of a sheet mask, they're just falling off or they're sliding off my face.
Yeah.
But the thing is, these babies are $6 each, so it's pretty expensive for a pop.
But maybe if you're into sheet masks, then this is
Yeah.
good because it's also got collagen.
For the brightening mask, it's actually one of my favorites and it does exactly
What about
it
the
says it'll do.
hydrating one?
It does exactly like what it says it's gonna do. Very, very hydrating. And it's great for if you have hyperpigmentation or for me, freckles.
So I think the coolest thing about Farmacy is that it's like farmer cultivated, you know, because it's from the flower and the honey, but it's also like scientific in a way because it's like heat activated and all this stuff.
Farm to tuck to face.
So recap of all the products that we mentioned in this probably very long video, but you know, we wanted to fit in like everything. just
And
so
there's
that you
so
guys-
much more coming.
Yeah, like seriously, so many brands out there, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to make this video anyway, so that you guys know a little bit more about each brand and the best selling products or best products within it.
So for this video, it may seem like we recommended 80% of the products, but it is because these were the most highly requested brands you guys picked and also the brands that we're most familiar with. So
Yeah.
of course, you know, these are our babies.
Yeah, it just so happened that like the ones you guys were curious about, we also love.
Yeah.
So if you have any other questions, leave them below about anything here or even like extended product within
Yeah.
these brands.
Or even more brands, more products, or
Yeah.
brands you feel like we should try and test and we should know about.
That we should add on to Rowena's already like hardcore Excel sheet. So in the next episode, we'll be featuring a bunch of other ones as well.
Including The Ordinary, and I'm thinking about a couple J Beauty products that I've been loving.
And also Krave Beauty, of course, because can't do skincare without
Some
it.
by me.
So yeah, anything, comments, queries,
That's it.
applications, leave them in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.